Hello, everybody. I am Moldy West, and this is Stories, Path of Destinies once again. My speaker's a little bit too loud, and I'm blowing out my own eardrums with the sounds of my own voice. That's a thing that happens. I can hear my own voice through the microphone coming down to the speakers and into my earbuds. And whenever I have it turned up too loud, I basically make myself all deaf. Anywho, we are trying to get back the Iblis stone that was stolen from us while we slept after getting all drunk and stuff. And that's just rude. I mean, who goes robbing a dude while he's passed out and drunk? Especially if something like that. Something you know he's gonna miss.
Maybe I should follow my nose, thought Renato.
No! Your nose always leads you into trouble, which is why you're following me, who will lead you into even more trouble. You just gotta have all the extra trouble or it just ain't worth the trouble. That's what you gotta think about, Renato. And that is mine. I saw it first, a bit of health and energy on kill jewels. Sweet. Now, I got that. And where's the thing? I just saw a thing flying past here. Oh, there we go. There it is. There's a boat. Just grapple onto that thing. Give it the old-fashioned grabble. And there's the other one. Grabble.
What was really fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
Yep, it was fun, wasn't it? Now that we're done
As
doing
he
that.
ran forward, Renato noticed that some ravens were starting to ignore him. Just running away. Who were they
Weird.
running from? Some hero of the revolution? If some other so-called hero of the revolution had the stone and tried to take his victory and his medals, Renato was gonna be seriously pissed off.
Yeah, he was.
He was the hero, not some other bozo.
Yeah, we're gonna show this other bastard who's the real hero around these parts. Yeah, I'm going to kick all your raven asses and send you all scuttling to raven hell. Don't you go questioning that. That's just the way it works. That's what you get for being the bad people all up in here. You can't go being bad people and not expect somebody to try to kill all of you. Stupid ass burbs. Who do they think they are? Now where's my shiny rock? Give back to me my shiny rock. I have more need of it than whoever stole it. Go away, you stupid bird assholes. Now, you there, the shiny man with all the magic power. You need to not go buffing people. Now, please don't hit me in the back when I'm about to try grabbing somebody and throwing them at the guy that I want to kill. You can't just do that. That's so damn rude. Now, there you go. Y'all are dead. And I am wounded. And that's not good.
Imagine if you built a house in one of these things. That would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
And a house. A house on a boat. Who would ever think of such a glorious thing? Now where's my rock? I want my shiny metal devil rock that will give me all the power back now. Who got my rock? Surrender the rock to me, and the rock will be happy. The rock will only be happy when it's embedded in my gauntlet and not taken by some other ass wagon running around stealing shit. Where's my stone? Give to me the stone, and maybe I will let you live. Was it this guy? Probably not. Because if he had the stone, I would know. And I don't know that he doesn't have the stone, so therefore I don't know. And what kind of knowing would that be if I just didn't know? That's not the kind of knowing we need. That's not the kind of knowing we want. We just know that people are dying, and that's good. Now open your big metal bird jaws. And let's see how I die horribly this time. Show me what fate awaits me!
Finally, Renato came to the Emperor's ship. Zenobia lay dead in front of it. The ship was a wreck. Ravens lay dead, sprawled everywhere. Bloody feathers spattered across the deck and the dock. The council speaker came out. She was waving a sword around like a flag. "Look at me, Renato!" she croaked. The Iblis stone on the sword was black as coal.
Now damn.
I will be Empress, and all shall tremble before me, she croaked. So the stone had her. It was in her brain, whining for blood. I'm afraid I can't allow that, said Renato, and moved to fight her. Toads are not usually good with swords. Something about the footwork. And the council speaker was not even a warrior. She was always tripping over things, which is quite an impressive achievement when you're a toad. Yet somehow, she was pressing Renato backwards as he desperately tried to keep her sword away from his throat. "Look, why don't you keep the stone?" he asked. "You deserve it." "Blood and souls for Iblis," she croaked. "Blood and souls." She got under his guard with her sword. It was just the tip. But sometimes just the tip is enough. He could feel his soul being sucked into the stone.
Oh, fuck.
As he died, he felt embarrassed more than anything else.
Killed by a toad.
But he learned another true thing. The Iblis stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Well, we got that. The Iblis stone corrupts anyone who uses it. Good to know. At least it didn't corrupt me. It did corrupt the person who went and killed me, though. And that just leaves one more truth that needs to be unlocked. And judging from the fact that it's a rabbit head, I think that might have something to do with Lapino.
There would be a way to win. Renato could feel it. He'd have to explore choices he'd never made before he could figure it all out, though.
Yep.
And with that, the book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
And I still
It was time
can't
to choose.
skip this part.
The rebellion was in trouble.
So, my thinking is, I go to save Lapino.
Lapino.
Yep.
The parent.
Yeah, we can skip this one, but I can't skip that very first one for some reason, which is really annoying, but I'm thinking...
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by
Yeah,
arguing
we've
that
already
he'd
heard this
definitely
before.
Stolen a winged horse. Renato had tried everything. Zenobia had loved him to death. The Sky Ripper had destroyed everything. The Iblis stone had corrupted everyone who held it. He'd never put much faith in Lapino. But Lapino was all he had left.
Yep, that sounds about right, Mr. Narrator. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm here to save Lapino and then try a different path after that.
Renato had once invested in a jewel store, but it lost money because someone kept robbing it. Twist, it was him.
Okay, here we are. There's Lapino. Found you, you rabbit bastard.
Dirty, and on the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper.
Yep, that's
Even
what
if
I
he
want to
did
do.
The whole thing. It must have great power.
Yeah. So, we got Rabbit Boy, and we're going after the Sky Ripper thing.
The Transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life. But even its core, the eye torn from a god, surely they could fashion a great weapon from that. The core of the Sky Ripper? Lapino's excited. That's an actual thing that we could just go and get.
Yep.
You've been busy.
We're doing
He sure
that.
had. Renato told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend. True, the core was capable of terrible, uncontrollable destruction. But this time, he was sure it would work great.
Well, it's the only other thing I can think of that would involve Lapino that doesn't get
It's
him
beautiful
killed.
here, thought Reynardo. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit, but something was not quite right.
What exactly was not quite right? That is the information you are leaving out. No matter, I'll figure that out eventually. With or without that armature, I will make good use of Skyripper Core, and hopefully it won't destroy the entire goddamn universe this time. I mean, so far that was actually the worst way things could possibly go. Other things just got me killed. But the Skyripper, that destroyed everything. It wiped out all of existence. Even though the odds were greatly in favor of that not happening, the Skyripper did just that. It ripped the sky, ripped a goddamn black hole right here into the air and the atmosphere of the planet, and the entire universe was sucked in and everyone died. And now I know that won't work.
Sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
Huh. Could you describe that smell in greater detail, Mr. Narrator?
You shall not pass.
I'm pretty sure I shall pass, and there's not a damn thing these bird assholes can do to stop it. Ain't that right, you bird bastards? Y'all are getting seriously fucked up right now. You ain't doing jack shit, and y'all is dead. Every little one of yous is dead.
Reynardo felt wrong all over.
Huh?
He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals.
Huh?
The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Reynardo smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. I'm getting a bad feeling about this, Reynardo thought. Maybe Lapino was right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
But then I wouldn't get a different ending. That's what this is all about. The only thing left to do was to go with Lapino and not go after Zenobia. That's my logic. You can't go poking holes in my infallible logic. My logic is far more infallible than yours. Don't you go saying things you might regret, you stupid-ass narrator son of a bitch. There we go. Raven Slaughter. Now where is that Skyripper Core? Hey, there it is. That didn't take long at all.
As he held the radiant icosahedron, Reynardo felt queasy, like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Reynardo ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Reynardo ached to be rid of it. Tell you what, said Lapino. I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost. The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Reynardo. But what if Lapino lost the core to the Empire? That could be a good thing, couldn't it? Was Reynardo ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
I think that's what I'm gonna do. The core was far too important to entrust to Lapino. But what's Lapino gonna do if I don't send him there by himself? He'd probably go anyway. That's what I'm doing.
Lapino was a touchy rabbit. Renato knew that. You're brave, I know, Renato said. But this is what I was hired to do.
At least let me run ahead and warn the scientists you're coming.
So, Lapino was intent on being a hero. Just like him. War made sensible men crazy for glory. And Lapino had never been sensible. But what was the harm? Lapino might well trip over a hornet's nest of ravens. But that was better than ravens lying in ambush, wasn't it?
Yep.
They finished the trip to the Nexus in silence. Renato had no sooner rescued his friend than he was putting him back in danger. All right, he finally said as they landed. Go.
Alright then, so from what I saw, it looks like the Sky Ripper's core is causing disease. And touching it isn't too healthy.
As Renato watched Lapino vanish on the horizon, he could feel nausea building in him. He felt ill. Could his knees really be aching this much? But how could he have handed the core off to Lapino? That was a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't go too well. And then Lapino would be catching the plague too. Better only me than both of us. But anyway, I'm all out of time for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope to see you again in the next one. Goodbye.